right, so texting tutor from Friday. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. All right, so we helped you on Friday text your friends with benefits to see if it was time to take something up to the next level. There was some weirdness here also because he had messed around with your older sister in the past too, right?
Yep, that's right. So y'all helped me, and I kind of sent him, some flirty texts telling him what I wanted to talk about because we had plans to get together Friday night. So thank you for helping me figure out all that. And, our combo, like yours and mine, was really the push I needed just to get the courage because we actually did have the talk Friday night.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good. I went over to his place and, we knew what was coming because of the text back and forth. And we just sat on his couch with nothing, like no electronics, no TV, no phone, no distractions.
Whoa, what? This is serious.
They
really need
like him.
For friends with benefits. We were just nervous. And he lit a candle, which he's like, this is not on purpose, but I think it was. I think it was ambiance. But yeah, I just told him I couldn't keep doing friends with benefits and that it just wasn't casual for me anymore. And he smiled, and it was just like a sweet moment. And he just said he felt the same way too for a while.
Great.
But he didn't want to pressure me or make things messy, especially because of the sister situation, which I'm so glad he brought up, by the way. Or I'm glad I brought it up, rather, because then he brought it up in person. And, I don't know, it just clearing the air about that, at least between us, felt right. And he just said, I want to actually give it a shot. So we're official.
Oh, you shot your shot and it went in.
Yeah.
It's like best case scenario right here.
All right, so let's talk about the immediate future here.
Mm-hmm.
When do you talk to your sister about this?
Well, that's the hard part. I mean, this is my sister who, it was very short and casual between them, but I know she's going to flip out. And, we're close. I don't want her to feel betrayed. And, nothing happened behind her back, of course. But, I just can't keep it a secret now that it's real. She's my sister.
Mm-hmm.
We're very close. I think I need help now figuring out, how do I tell her? What's the right mix of, honest and direct, but, soft and kind and please don't murder me,
All right, so I think we defer to the Bert Show members that are women who have sisters. So if Rebecca can grab a mic in there, Cassie, so you are the older sister, but let's just say, so you have a sister, she comes to you and tells you, a guy you hooked up with years ago, we're forging a relationship. How does that conversation go, and how do you receive that message?
I think I'm a weirdo in this scenario. She would probably be very hesitant. She probably wouldn't tell me until it had been going on for a year. And then I would be like, that's cool. Awesome. It doesn't bother me. If it was a nasty breakup and I still was either emotionally screwed over by that guy or I had feelings about it, then I would be like, man, I'm not really cool with that. But if we just dated and went separate ways, I can genuinely tell you I would not care.
All right, Rebecca, you have two sisters, same situation. How do you think this would be received?
Well, first I would say him. Because my history is not very cute. But I think I would be similar to Cassie. I would give my blessing. It's kind of cool. That sounds weird, but it is almost kind of cute almost to have
Is it to have your sister date a guy that you used to have relations with?
Are you kidding me? The fodder you would have for the rest of your life about her getting your sloppy seconds?
Exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't going to, I'm glad you brought this up.
I don't think it's cute. I'm going to interrupt.
Okay, cute was the wrong word. It's funny. It's funny and silly.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up because it was in the back of my mind also, but I was going to let one of you guys do it. I'm glad you did.
You're welcome.
So, Olivia, it doesn't not weird you out, but it's just a little weird that he's been there and now he's going to be here.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Not weird enough,
for her to
apparently.
stop.
Yeah.
The heart can't help what the heart wants, Bert. I don't know if it's the heart that wants something right now.
Two things can be true.
So long as you're cool with it, it doesn't much matter. I think handling it with brutal honesty with her, it sounds like it was just a couple of months. Like she wasn't in love with this guy. There wasn't real loss there. I think she's supposed to be like, big deal.
Yeah, and that's not you have expressed, Olivia, that this wasn't a serious relationship. This wasn't a boyfriend, wasn't a fiance. It was a fling. It was like a summer fling. However, there was intimacy, and I would just be, if I were her, be like, wow, I did them, and now you're doing them. That's weird.
I'd hit her up and ask for tips and tricks, and then
Oh my God.
definitely make sure this guy knows that your mom is off limits.
Some sisterly advice right there.
Yeah, this is where it stops. Don't try to run through water family than this.
All right, here is Bree, who wants to be on The Voice Disguiser. Good morning, Bree. You have some advice. What is going on?
Good morning. I've actually experienced this firsthand. My grandmother and my grandfather actually met on a double date when my grandfather was originally going out with her sister. So they ended up getting married and having my mom. And it's never been awkward. So.
Oh, okay.
There's hope.
okay.
All right. They were freaky back in the day as well.
Yeah.
Freaky didn't just start yesterday.
Some things never change.
Okay. Yeah, I think our advice is just come clean with her, and it's not going to be a huge deal. But we could be wrong.
Does she do that? That's a one-on-one combo in person, correct?
No, we should text it.
Facebook Messenger.
Sooner than later better or later than sooner?
Well, now that they're official, you got to.
Yeah. Talk to her as soon as you can, okay?
And just send her a thoughtful GIF.
Hello?
Yeah. She don't
All right.
find that funny.
The Bert Show.